Hi OGs, hi peaceful pinners. So I'm really early today, guys, because I have a dog groomer is coming at 5 o'clock, and it has been a hectic day, and I just got home from doing some stuff. So I have this short little window, like 45 minutes or so, and I thought I'm gonna jump on and do as much of a basic star as I can, and then we'll finish whatever we don't get done here on Friday. So we're earlier than normal, so I hope that you guys catch this. And this is a box of stuff that Tammy gave me. I think this is long enough for a band. It looks like it's just barely going to be long enough for a band. Hi Nancy V. And she gave me all kinds of goodies in here, but I don't think I'm actually going to get to embellishing today because of my time crunch. So we're just going to go as far as we can on making the actual ornament. All right, let me get my camera pulled up properly. Hey, Sherry, how are you guys? Is today Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, right? Yes, today's Tuesday. I've been running around, guys, so I'm a little discombobulated. Hi, Debbie. Carol said, hi there, perfect for me. Okay, good. I'm not usually this early in the day, but I have been wanting to go on a little earlier, so I feel like this is a good experiment. This is going to be our first time with this groomer, and she comes like inside to do the dogs and everything. So since it's the first time with her, I just know I might be not able to get on it live while she's busy with them. So yeah, you guys, these fabrics are all the way from, I don't think this one, maybe, I can't remember, but I know for sure that these two we did in the August 2016 kit when we did a very tropical looking August kit, and it was the balloon pattern. So these are old, they've been kicking around for a while in the shop, and so Tammy kind of put some stuff together for me, like old scraps and things. So I thought, hey, we're gonna play with these, and they look summery, not even springy, they look summery, but we're gonna go for it because guess what, it's 88 degrees here today, you guys. I was outside, it is hot out there. Now the only major problem with these fabrics, even though they are absolutely beautiful, is they are batiks. So my fingers are going to be hurting by the end of this one. Hi Shirley, hi Judy, hi Linda. Yes, I am early today, and I'm not going to be able to be on for probably about 45 minutes or so is about how long I'll be able to be on, unfortunately. And I knew if I tried to wait till after the grooming it was going to be way too late, and I was afraid I was going to miss completely. So I thought, you know what, we're going to jump on right now so that I can at least have some time with you guys doing some peaceful pinning. And that way we don't miss it. Hi, Robbie. Robbie said that's pretty. These are pretty, right? They remind me of my very first 10-speed bike when I was like a preteen. Debbie said Tuesday all day. I am with you, all mixed up. I don't know. I think it's just a lot of things going on today, and I feel like I've been running, and it's been one of those days where I didn't get anything done that I planned to do. I thought I had like a whole open day to get some stuff caught up on, like work-wise, and I haven't gotten to do a single thing. I had a whole pile of photo editing to do, but I can do that while the dog groomer is here. I can sit there and just edit away, so it'll be fine in the end. Hi, Christy. Hi, Jeanette. I'm so happy that you guys caught this. I was a little nervous going on so much earlier. Debbie said 44 degrees here and possible severe storms from 4 till 1. Wow, be safe. We're supposed to get storms later on this week. It suddenly feels like summer here in Florida. It's crazy. Yes, batiks. Carol said thumbs up and live chat. Oh, live chat. Thank you. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for that reminder. Let me scroll back up and make sure I didn't miss Georgianne. I don't see her. I don't see her yet. Thank you for that, Carol. Hi, Diane. Diane said hi to all my new and wonderful friends. I'm so excited about maybe seeing you all. Maybe that's what you meant. There, I see what you said about joining you all. I'm excited you're here, Diane. Hi, Phil. Peggy said, hi, it's 83 here in Central PA, but the dreaded wintry mix expected in a couple of days. The weather's been so whack this year, hasn't it? Dana said, afternoon, everyone. My seeds have sprouted. This is my favorite time of growing plants. I know. I love it. I love this time. It's hot here, and it's a little, like, too hot right now. It's not, I mean, it's weird that it's like almost 90 degrees here, but spring this time of year in general is just my absolute favorite. It's so pretty out. Things are all beautiful and healthy. My tomatoes look great, you guys. I'm really excited about it. Christy said 49 here and possibly snow. Am I in camera or am I going? I might have been veering a little too close to myself, you guys. I apologize for that. Hi, Barb. Christy said in our chat window is 3 dots. If you click that, it shows you the participants. I think I did see that once. Yep. And then I forgot about it. Thank you for that, Christy. So it's just people, though, who have chatted, right? I'm sure it doesn't just show everyone watching. At least I wouldn't think so, but I don't know. Debbie said, so love this group for reminders, caring, and sharing all the networking that we do to help one another. I couldn't agree more, Debbie. Very well said. E. Elliott said, I'm watching from a suburb south of Seattle. Here our temperature is 44 degrees with a feels like temperature of 32 degrees, and the high today is 44. I'm freezing. I am cold just having read your comment. I hope that you can get warm. That does not sound fun at all. Linda said, hi, my first time catching this. 73 in Nashville and everything is blooming. Linda, welcome, welcome. Mary Lou said, hello, y'all. My strawberries are in the ground, about 50 plants. Whoa, that's amazing. I have a garden tower, what's it called? Green stalk with strawberries, and it's my fault because I totally didn't do a good job taking care of them in the last couple of months, but man, they're looking sad. And I got a couple of very gross looking strawberries that grew, and that was it. And yeah, I gotta help those things. They're not happy at all. We're gonna do a 3-layer since I have these 3 pretty colors. And this might be a finishing Friday project to finish up the embellishments, because I know I'm not going to get to that today. Hi, Becky. I've got the dogs in here with me, you guys, and I'm hoping that no one decides to come to the door, like no Amazon guy or FedEx or anything like that, or I'll have to quickly mute myself because it will be so loud if they start barking right here in the room with me. But Ivy is down at my feet and she's snoring. So I don't know if you guys can hear that because the mic might not be able to pick up under the table. But she's down there snoring away. Peggy said, my crocuses are blooming. Did I say that word right? but they can bloom even in the snow. That's a nice sign of spring coming though, right? Even if it's still cold, when things like that start popping up. Mary Lou said, oh, I just joined or accepted into the club. So excited. Mary Lou, you just joined our digital club? I'm so excited too. Thank you. I'm so happy to have you, and I hope you love it. The first pattern is going to be available to you on the 15th. The jasmine pattern. I'm so excited. I hope you love making it. We opened our club today. I should have put a link below. That's how out of it I am. I mean, in fact, I haven't even checked to see how many people joined us yet today. I opened it up this morning at 9 o'clock, and I've been going ever since. I should go look and take a look and see how many people joined us. Dana said, cleaned out my green stalks yesterday and refreshed and rejuvenated the soil. Great expectations. That's fun, Dana. I planted a couple of things in another green stalk. I had one that was just sort of like some herbs and stuff, and I added a couple of herbs in there. I haven't seen anything popping up yet. I think I did that Saturday or so it'll be a little bit, but it's always fun to start new things. I did plant a watermelon plant, and it was taking forever to come up, and I just noticed last night that it was starting to peek through, which was exciting. Debbie said, Ivy has the afternoon droop, her nap time. Yep, she does. Totally. Mary Lou said, already love it all. Thank you. Yay, I'm so happy, Mary Lou. I'm so happy to hear that. Heather said, I joined today also. Woohoo, you guys, I'm so excited. So I did remember to grab the jasmine ornaments that I have, and here's the one that we're doing as the kit, and it's the one that will be shown like in the video and stuff. But like I put in the emails, of course, you can make them with any fabrics. And my favorite one that Lydia made is this one with these like the pink and gray florals. It's kind of like shabby chic, but in a darker tone, I feel like. And this is my absolute favorite one. But there's a few really pretty ones. Sherry did this Halloween one, so you can just see the difference, like how different one pattern looks using different fabrics. It's really fun to experiment with that, so I hope you enjoy it. Very excited that you guys joined. Carmen said, hi everyone, just by chance caught this. I keep missing you guys. Happy to be here now. Carmen, I'm so glad that you caught it, especially since I'm so much earlier than I usually am. Robbie said it's a pretty pattern. Thanks, Robbie. I'm glad you like it. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Are you going to design our next Christmas Club kit? Tammy said, hi everyone. I can't wait for that pattern. You guys have really outdone yourselves with patterns this year. I love them all. Tammy, thank you so much for saying that. And I will definitely tell the design team that you said that. I know that will really mean a lot to them. It's always nice to hear good feedback, about your creative work like that. So I know they're going to appreciate that. Hi, Kate. Debbie said, are you able to print the digital as well as watch videos? I'm new to this digital idea, trying to decide if I'm going to join the digital club. You can print out the book, the ebooks if you want to. I generally don't recommend it unless you really, really want to, because they're big. Like they have lots of photos, step-by-step photos. So it would be heavy on your printer. Some people, though, still do it, and I know some people even go take it to like a Staples or something and print themselves a copy, and you're totally allowed to do that. You're totally allowed to make your own personal copies. Of course, since they're copyrighted, we ask that you don't make copies and like distribute it around. That's definitely against copyright, but for yourself, you can definitely print them out. You also have forever access to your pattern, so if you joined today, you would get this pattern that I just showed you, the March pattern, the jasmine pattern. But if you canceled like before the next one and you didn't want any more, you still get to always keep access to the pattern that you purchased. You're not going to lose access or anything like that. So you will always be able to go back and watch the videos forever. So Hopefully that helps answer your question. I've got the website set up so that you, like, every month that you're a member, you get access to that month's pattern, and it stays there forever, even if you cancel the club. Hi, Nancy T. Nancy said, hi, everyone. I almost missed it again. I know that I did not help with my getting on here earlier than normal. I'm really glad that you guys caught it, though. It looks like a lot of you are here today, so that's awesome. Hi, Louise. Louise said, hi, 77 degrees today, melting the snow. That's good. 77 is about perfect, right? Becky said, my son became an OG guy today. He joined the digital club. Becky, that is awesome. I'm so excited. We do have some OG guys, so that is wonderful. Ornament girls, ornament guys. Hi, Sally. Sally said, hey. Good afternoon, y'all. Hi, Karen. Karen said, I was able to join today. Looking forward to seeing the patterns. I'm so excited. Thank you, Karen. I hope you guys love it. Make sure you join the Facebook group, too. Sarah is usually the one doing all of the Facebook approvals for the group. So if you haven't gotten access yet, just give her time. She's getting through them. She gets through them as quickly as she can. Debbie said, thanks, Stacy. It helps to ask additional questions and get answers. We have 4 days to decide and join. Yep, we're not closing until I believe it's the 13th. So you have a couple of days to decide. Your first pattern will be there on the 15th. And again, you can always cancel. You guys, I don't make it difficult to cancel because I hate that. I hate that. You can cancel either by writing in and letting us know. You can reply to any of my emails and let us know. You can go into your account and do it yourself. There's a button. It's in red. It says cancel my account, and you can do it that way. We do not hold you hostage. For me, that's one of the biggest things that keeps me from joining subscriptions is if I'm afraid that I won't be able to cancel very easily. So we don't do that. And yes, please ask away. I'm happy to answer any questions. Nancy said it was 75 degrees yesterday and it got to 84 today. The snow is melting like crazy. I bet. This is why these storms are coming, I think. All right, so we have our two blues. So far, so good with my fingers. It's not too bad yet. My nose is itching, guys. Someone must be talking about me. Olivia asked if I would put string on a bunch of her angels. She's got all these angel prototypes because she's been, putting together all these different angels for the coming year, angel kits. And a bunch of them don't have the string on the heads because she doesn't like doing the string. So they're just angels all dressed up but with no string on their heads. So she said I should do that for a finishing Friday. And I was like, and she had brought this up before. I think I even brought it up to you guys before. But a bunch of them we haven't shown yet. So I'm like, that might be kind of fun because you'll get a sneak peek of some of our future angel kits that we haven't shown anywhere else. So maybe we'll do that sometime soon. And there's a pile of them too, you guys. There's like a little gang of angels sitting in a windowsill down there in the shop. They're very cute all together. Sally said, love those colors, Stacy Ann. More Seahawk colors. Oh, wow. That's funny. I keep doing that by accident, don't I? Carmen said, Jerry thought that you were talking about the OG original gangsters. And then you said original ornament girls or original girls and guys, and now he's on track. He said, hey, Stacy Ann. Hi, Jerry. It's funny. We laugh about OG also standing for original gangsters. Peggy said, all dressed up and no place to go. Would love a sneak preview. I think that'd be fun, right? You'd be the only ones to see it, you guys. It's like that secret society that we talked about with the peaceful pinning. The peaceful pinning secret society. Hi, Kat. Nancy said, I'd rather have my hand itch. That means you're going to get money. Ah, I never heard that one. No, it was definitely my nose and it's still itching. I'm like, I hope I don't go into a sneezing fit. Carmen said, meant to say ornament. That's funny though, because original works. Hi, Patty. Yeah, we do, Peggy. Peggy said we need a secret handshake. Kat said thumbs up and shared. Thank you, Kat. You guys, as always, I appreciate the thumbs up. I'm hoping that the groomer doesn't show up early. I'm kind of trying to watch. I've got my blinds shut though because I don't want the dogs to bark at everything. But I'm trying to peek through the slats of my blinds to make sure that nobody's walking up to the door. If she does, I'm gonna have to jump off in a hurry. But I'm hoping that she waits till 5, like what we were talking about. She said it would be around 5. April said, Nancy, you said about your hand itching. My left hand just pitched. I'm going to be rich. Oh, itched. Yes, it sounds like it, April. Nadia said, hi, you do wonderful creative. It's nice to see you, Nadia. I haven't seen you here yet. Alice said, hello, all. Haven't been able to join for a while. I have not seen you for a while. I hope you've been okay. Debbie said, wow, that red really makes that ornament pop. This is, I mean, it is such a dark pink that, yeah, it's almost red. It's like it's like a reddish pink. This right here is very reddish. It's a really pretty batik. There's no doubt that batiks are beautiful. Kat said, I've heard that left hand itch means money and right hand means, money in and right hand means money out. Love those old wives' tales. I'd never heard that either. Barb said, my Irish grandmother always said if your right palm itched that you would unexpectedly get money. If your left palm itched, you would get good news. Anne Marie said, hello everyone, I'm new here. I thought that you looked like a new name. Been watching the lives but haven't joined the chat until now. Absolutely love these types of fabrics. They're my favorite, but they really do hurt my fingers. Anne Marie, I'm so happy that you decided to join in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I agree. They're beautiful, but they do hurt. Tammy said, I was always told that left palm itching meant that you owed money. Right palm meant money was coming. We're all going to be thoroughly confused by the end of this conversation. April said, I skipped. Oh, April had 2. April said, Catlaw, my mama used to say that about the hands itching. I'm going to walk to the mailbox. Kat said, most of us heard the hand itch, but so many different meanings. Hey, Georgianne. Georgianne said, hi, everyone. I'm on my way home, and I will watch the replay. Oh, I skipped you, Sherry. Sherry said, I always heard that if your left hand itches, you'll get money, and if your right hand itches, that you'll shake hands with a stranger. Oh, man. Yeah, who knows what these itches mean. Debbie said, welcome, Anne-Marie. April said, Anne-Marie, I use a rubber thimble. Christy said, I would guess itchy left hand means money going out since the left hand is always thought of as the evil hand. Being a lefty, you guys better watch out for me. Christy, is that where it all starts from? Like that the left is evil? The left hand is evil? Because like, I know I've told you guys, I guess it was a great-grandfather, because of course I was really young and I barely remember, but apparently I had a great-grandfather who was insisting that I use my right hand instead of my left. And I never could really understand why that would be a thing. Like, why would he have cared which hand I was writing with? Nancy said, hello, Anne-Marie. I'm glad that you joined us. Carol said, my mom used to say that if your nose itched, it meant you were going to have a fight or kiss a fool. How weird is that? It is weird. I'd rather have my hands itch. I would too, especially if it means money's coming my way. Or good news. I'd like some good news. I definitely don't want to kiss a fool. And I don't want to have a fight. I've only been in one kind of fight in my entire life. It was with my younger sister, and she kicked my butt, you guys. I am not a fighter. Tammy, I see your comment. It probably just means your hand itches. Yes. Alice said, we made a quick trip back to Western New York over the weekend to attend our granddaughter's Sweet 16 party. It was 72 degrees when we left there yesterday evening. Crazy weather. Yeah, that is crazy. It sounds like a fun thing to go home for, though, or go to New York for a Sweet 16 party. Debbie said, LOL, Christy. Kat said, it means you need some anti-itch cream, like Balmex. Tammy said the Latin word for left is sinister. Whoa. That's so creepy. I didn't know that. Tammy said my aunt slapped my left hand until I learned to write with my right hand. Oop, nope. No barking. No. Guys, we almost had a problem. I gotta like memorize where my mute button is so I can hit it as fast as possible. Vigo is loud. Oh. Or was I still muted? Maybe I'm now unmuted. Okay, my mute did work. Now I'm unmuted. Sorry about that, you guys. Vigo has a loud bark. Oops. I went back too far. Anne Marie said, thank you for the warm welcome. Let me know that you guys can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can, but I just want to make sure. Debbie said, this is great. Another fun live conversation. Kat said, the left hand evil? Is that why we put wedding bands on the left? That's pretty. So, for those of you guys who joined a little bit later, okay, I'm so glad you guys can hear me. Tammy gave me another bin of goodies. Look at this. So I'm not going to be able to get to this today because I have to jump off a little bit early, which is why I'm on a little bit early. But that'll be fun to get with in a little bit. Maybe tomorrow or maybe Friday. Christy said, thank goodness that you didn't listen to him. My parents were both lefties. The school tried to fix mom, she said, but she won and remained a lefty for life. You know, Christy, I apparently was like coerced into writing with my right hand when I was young. I don't really remember this, so I must have been pretty young, but old enough to have started writing. And I do everything else right-handed now except for write. I can't write with my right hand. I can like paint with my right hand. I cut with scissors with my right hand. And I know we had this conversation once before, didn't we? Deborah said, good afternoon. I just saw the reminder that you are on. I was able to join the Ornament Girls Club today. So excited. I am so excited for you, Deborah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you love it. Judy said, my grandmother was a lefty, but she was made to use her right hand. I guess that was a thing. I guess that was common. Christy said, Tammy, I'm sorry to hear that your aunt did that. Peggy said, I just love the different directions that these chats take. I know, there's really no telling which direction they're going to go, is there? Vigo, lay down, buddy. Lay down. I'm glad you guys could hear me. I did glance down a little bit further and see that you guys gave me the thumbs up about the sound. Thank you. I hardly ever use the mute button, so I like forget where it is, and then I forget that I have to actually physically unmute myself instead of just letting go of the button. Becky said, hey puppies. Debbie said, it's okay. Ivy and Vigo are protecting mom. Yeah, Vigo is very protective. He just finally laid down. Tammy said, oh, Obi, my cat is now staring at the screen, licking his lips. I think he wants to eat Vigo. Vigo would probably be scared of him. Vigo is all bark and no bite. All right, I'm glad you guys can hear me. April said, I have a little Pomeranian and she loves to bark. She thinks she's a huge dog. That's the way it seems to go with the little guys. They make up for their size with their bark. Tammy said, the Latin root is why everyone thinks that the left is evil. Christina said, hi, everybody. Tammy said, I drive people crazy playing tennis because I don't have a backhand. I switched the racket. That's funny. Carol said, I'm a lefty too. I remember always having a very blue pinky finger when I was in school. It's amazing how many things are for righties only. It is amazing. Kat said, I've always heard lefties are in their right mind, so that makes them right, all right? That's funny. Christy said, I'm the same. Right with the left, but I can write with my right. But I do 95% of everything else right-handed. It's just like you get forced to. And then also, like what Carol just said, so many things are made, like scissors and stuff are mostly made for right hand. And I remember, though, as a lefty, that I would be handed left-handed scissors sometimes, but I couldn't use them because I don't cut with my left hand. April said, I'm the same, Stacy. I write only with my left hand and do everything else right. Tammy said, Christy, I think she thought she was helping. I'm sure she did. I'm sure she thought she was doing right by you. Nancy said, my brother-in-law's sister was a lefty. Their parents used to tie her hand down. It really didn't work. She is still a lefty. Ugh. I can't even, like, that's terrible. There's no point on that guy. Christy said, Kat, 100% correct. Alice said, I see that I missed the peaceful pinning of the Aquamarine March Angel. I made one already and I have one more to make before we head north. I'm hoping that the peaceful pinning will keep me on track. I hope it helps, Alice. I was yapping a lot, but hopefully just following along with what I was doing will be helpful. And that was just yesterday, as I'm sure you saw. Nancy said, my cousin Paul is a lefty and he is a fantastic artist and guitarist. They say that a lot of lefties are creative types. At least I don't know how true that is, but I've definitely heard it. Like artists and things. Becky said that my little 6-pound Yorkie chases the big dogs off of our property. Tammy said, I saw a pair of left-handed Ginger scissors over the weekend, and I thought of you, Stacy Ann. I would have. It's funny because I wouldn't have been able to use them. So Tammy in the shop is a lefty also, but she also does all other things left-handed, or at least a lot of things, because she has our the cutting, what's it called, the rotary cutter down there, all like turned the opposite way because you can flip them, and so I always have to like remind myself that it's flipped the opposite way before I can use it. Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly said, I made it, finished making dinner, and checked my phone and saw the notification. I'm glad you got a notification, since it seems like a lot of people are not getting them. I'm glad some of the notifications work. Christy said, in high school, a friend gave me a left-handed notebook. The spiral was on the right and it opened backwards. I wrote her a thank you note backwards from right to left, letters and everything. Wow. I've never even heard of that. I didn't know it was a thing. Barb said, in our family of 5, there are only 2 of us who are right-handed. Lefties are the majority here. Wow, that's uncommon. Out of all of my sisters, so there's 5 of us all together, and then of course my parents, I'm the only lefty. Nobody else writes left-handed except for me. Alice said, my mother was raised in the Netherlands in the 1920s and 30s. The children were not allowed to write left-handed. As a result, my mother's handwriting was atrocious. Sad. That is sad. What a strange thing for people to be upset about, right? Like, oh, you're writing with your left hand. That is not allowed. You must be evil. What a strange thing. Tammy said, don't forget to thumbs up and change to the live chat. Yes, Tammy. And I had forgotten. I think Carol reminded us in the very beginning. You guys change to live chat so that you can see all comments instead of just select ones. And I appreciate the thumbs up too. Thank you. Deborah said, it was so cool when I went to the website to log in and it called me an ornament girl. So excited. I'm so excited. That's neat. Thank you for sharing that. You guys, for anybody who did join today, welcome, welcome. I hope you love it. Make sure that you join the Facebook group if you're on Facebook, as that is where like all the fun chatting and sharing goes on. And I was saying this before, but for those of you guys who were not here yet, Sarah does most of the Facebook approvals, and sometimes, especially on day 1 of an opening when we have a lot of people joining, it can take her a little bit of time to get through it, but be patient. She is getting through them as fast as she can, and hopefully you will see yourself inside the Facebook group soon, ASAP. Anne-Marie said, I think that's why so many tried to switch you all to be right-handed, because it's a right-handed world, and I'm sure has made many things in life more of a challenge for you. Yeah, I mean, if there's already like things that are made for right-handed and stuff, yeah, it seems like maybe it'll just be easier for you is what they were thinking, right? Peggy said, finally got the notification to show up on my phone, but I can't figure out how to make a sound. Oh, for it to like actually notify you with a sound so that you hear it. I don't know. Maybe you have to click the bell again, like to like choose what notifications you want. Maybe somebody can help out with that answer. I remember we talked about it before. Tammy said, welcome to everyone new. So yes, welcome to our new ornament girls who joined the club today, our pattern club. Also welcome to those of you in the chat who are brand new as well. It seems like we have lots of new things today. Things to be new to today. Cynthia said, same here. My grandmother was not allowed to be left-handed. She did things with both hands. One brother was left-handed. You know, so what it seems like to me, since lefties are, there's less lefties than right-handed people, it almost seems like maybe there should be an even amount of both, but so many left-handed people were were like squashed down when they were trying to write left-handed as a kid. Like maybe it would be more even if people were allowed to write with their left hand. Nancy K said, hello everyone, I'm late as always. I was early, Nancy. You're not late, I was early. Kat said, I'm loving these colors that you're using. Thank you. I love them too. I always loved this kit when we did the kit with these fabrics way back in 2016 in the Ornament Girls Club. And scraps have been kicking around. So Tammy and Sherry down in the shop have been like kind of cleaning out our office down there and organizing and stuff, and it's been great because we're unearthing things that have been buried for a while. So it's been really fun. Probably not fun for them because they have been working hard, but it looks good and I'm getting lots of fun things to make ornaments with. Christy said, I feel lucky no one ever tried to change which hand I wrote with. It seems like you may be lucky, Christy, because it seems like that's... No. Shh. Sorry, guys. Quiet. You want to say hi? Oh, he jumped down. I was going to change it. No. Every time I have them in here with me, I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. And this is why. Don't you start. Don't you start. So for those of you guys who joined in a little bit later, after I'd started, I have to stop by about 4:45 or even maybe 5:10 because I have a groomer coming. It's our first time with this groomer. She's new to us and she's actually going to be like doing it in my house. She doesn't have like a mobile rig, but she has still a rig, but she brings it in. And she's coming around 5, she said, although it could be a little earlier, a little bit later. And I knew that once she was here, I wouldn't be able to start a live stream for a few hours because it usually takes a few hours to do both dogs. So I was like, I better get on now while I have this moment. I didn't want to miss completely. So I may have to jump off quickly if I see her get here early, but either way, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter live stream than usual. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get to any embellishing today, but I thought I'll just put as much fabric on here as I can. And then we'll see what happens. But that's kind of what's going on right now, and I wanted to let you know. And if I see her walking up the drive here and the dogs start barking, I might have to jump off really fast. I might mute the button and be saying goodbye, and you'll have to read my lips. Kat said, click the bell and choose all notifications. Whoa, this one's wonky. I'm like, my center star is a little wonky, so I'm trying to make it look more even though I can't really pin right in the center because it's not straight. But as long as I can get the star to look even, that's really the most important thing. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Tammy said, are those the batiks from the Bloom? Yes, Tammy, and it was all the way back in like, I think it was August 2016. I'm pretty sure it was 2016, and I'm pretty sure it was in the summer. I want to say it was August, because usually in July we would do like a Christmas one. So good memory. Nancy said, Peggy, you need to set the sound in the setting on your phone under notification. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, go into your individual notifications under the settings in your phone. I believe that you were right about that. Thank you, Nancy. Barb said, I was a first grade teacher and never tried to change kids' hand dominance. Not too many lefties, though. Maybe 1 or 2 a year. I lost my spot. Oh, there we are. Deborah said, I print the supply list for the ornament that I'm making, and I watch the videos when I make them because I can start and stop the video as I'm working. One day I may print the pattern. Nice option. I've seen a lot of people say that they will print just the supply list for each one, and they'll put them in like a binder with like the card, if they get the card, or if they don't, if they're just some. Okay, let me start over. We're only open for digital now, but we do have club members that get a kit for this as well. I don't open that up as often, but when you get the box, you also get the card, so they might put those two together. And then if that way they have a reference with the photo of the ornament and the supply list in a binder. They can always grab supplies easily by looking at the supply list, but then when they sit down to make it, they can go onto the website and open up either the ebook or the video. So hopefully that makes sense. But the supply list can make a really good like reference sheet for you. And you know what? I think the supply sheets has a photo on it as well, if I'm not mistaken. So like you can see the supply list, the name of the pattern at the top, and then a picture of that ornament so that they can kind of jog your memory about what pattern it is. Phil said, but we need our daily puppy howl. The puppies are family. It's all good. Yeah, I know. And when they're howling from across the house, it's not so bad. But man, it will be very loud for you guys if they start right here. It would be very obtrusive, I think. Especially those of you guys who have your own dogs listening. Oh man, we'll set off the whole neighborhood. Like in the old Disney 101 Dalmatians. The midnight bark or whatever they called it. Robin said, late again today. I was early, Robin. Debbie said, you're all good, Stacy. We love the time that we have with you live. Thanks, Debbie. I didn't want to miss it either. I was like, I don't want to have to miss. And did I miss a day last week? Yes, I missed Wednesday. And I was like, I don't want to miss another day. Nancy K said, I made that red snowflake basic star a few minutes ago. Awesome. How'd it turn out? Tammy said and make sure that you're not on do not disturb. Oh yeah, like your phone. Because if your phone's on do not disturb, then you won't get any notification by sound. Deborah said, oh, that would be fun to see the angels that are coming up. I know. I thought that would be like kind of fun for you guys to get sort of like a special sneak peek of those angels. And yeah, they haven't been shown anywhere else, so that would be really cool for you guys to be able to get that kind of a sneak peek that no one else gets to see. It could be like our secret. Hi, Beth. Christy said, all my settings for YouTube show sound on, but I still never get the notification. I just start checking around 2 p.m. my time. It's so weird. I just can't figure out how to, like, I don't know why it's different for everyone and why some people get them and some people don't. And it's the same for me with some of the channels that I follow. I will get notifications sometimes. And it does seem like the more I interact with a channel, maybe like the more of their videos that I watch, I will get the notifications. But some I just don't. And it's weird. Roseanne said, oh, I love the collars. Beautiful. I'm glad you like them, Roseanne. Cynthia said, I went into YouTube on my phone and I changed my settings there to allow notifications, and it's worked every day. Okay, that's good. So Cynthia went into YouTube on the phone settings. So you went into your settings and then apps and then YouTube and then changed the setting there. I'm thinking that's what you mean. So guys, try that. Maybe that's the key. Oh, look, you guys, I skipped one. Linda said, I print page 1 and 3 and I put it in a page saver and in a binder. That's a good idea, Linda, because then you have the cover page and then 3 is the supply sheet, right? I like that idea. Roseanne said, I should get my angel kit today. So excited. I'm excited for you. And we did that one yesterday on Peaceful Pinning. For anybody who's interested in watching that one come together. Peggy said, thanks everyone. I've done everything that you suggested. I think that Apple just hates me. they have a mind of their own. And unfortunately, the mind of our tech products are getting smarter and smarter. Or dumber and dumber, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, thank you, Linda. I saw it afterwards. I'm a little behind in the chat, but yeah, I saw that I missed that blue piece. Thank you. Nancy K said, the snowflake basic star turned out beautiful. Next up is the black one. I will post a picture on the Facebook group. I'm so glad that you enjoyed making it and that it turned out pretty. Robin said, my problem is I was busy pinning an ornament. That is a very good excuse. Deborah said, I haven't heard these wives' tales. Love it. There was, yeah, I hadn't heard those particular ones about the hands itching either. Hey, Brian. Brian said, hi, everyone, from my phone. No. Vigo is being vigilant. Here, I'll show you. Oh, he jumped down again, right when Ugh. Ivy, you want to say hi? Come here. You want to say hi? Hop up here. Hop up here. Of course they won't. They want to hop up in my lap all the time, except for when I try to get them to. Okay, never mind. As soon as I change my camera, Vigo jumped down. Peggy said, definitely have a love-hate relationship with technology in general. I know, it's like completely amazing when it works, but when it doesn't, it's very stressful. Nancy said, I got in on the tail end of yesterday's peaceful pinning, so I will have to go back and watch it when my angel kit comes. Yeah, and I was doing a lot of yapping as usual. Don't forget we have the regular tutorial too, Nancy, if you need it for like the step-by-step making it. But if you just want to watch the yap and pinning, then yeah. The live stream's good. Tammy said, I got my box today, so I'm making my spring pink and green basic star. Oh, that was a pretty one. Kathy said, hello everyone, late again. Working on finishing the embellishments on my Christmas club ornament. Christina said, does anyone else have the problem of the husband trying to talk to you while you're trying to watch the live? No, just me? Kathy said, I am so happy that I was able to get in the Ornament Girls Club. Thank you. Kathy, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you joined. You guys, it seems like a bunch of you joined today. I could not be more excited, and I hope that you love it. No, Vigo, no! I might have to mute, guys. Hang on, I gotta look out the window and make sure the groomer's not here. Doesn't look like it. No one's there, buddy. No one's there. I knew I shouldn't have had them in here with me. At night, I can sometimes get away with it because it's dark out so they can't see anything. But right now, there's cars going by, there's activity, and they are just losing their minds. Rebecca said, it always seems that everyone wants to talk while I'm watching. They are quiet any other time. That's how it goes. Nancy said, Christina, yes, mine does also. Deborah said, I usually do not like it when my hands itch because for me, it means that I'm about to have a major allergic reaction and I never know what triggers it. So the EpiPen has to come out. So, but your hands will itch. Is that like a warning sign? So at least you have that though, right? Like a little bit of a warning so you have time to get your EpiPen. Because yeah, serious allergies are scary. Christy said, no husband, no problems. Same here, Christy. Same here. Peggy said, Christina, my yes, but heaven forbid that I interrupt him. Kathy said, my alarm was set for 6 a.m. We don't change our clocks in Arizona. Your dogs don't bother me at all. Thanks, Kathy. They should not, they don't know it, but they shouldn't be sitting here staring at out the window so excitedly, because they do not like getting groomed. And once they realize what they're in for, they're not going to be so excited. Nancy said, Christina, you're not alone. My husband can be a pain when I'm watching. They want your attention, guys. You can invite them to pin along with you. Rebecca said, very happy to get into another OG club. I'm so happy for you, Rebecca. I'm so excited. Thank you. Christina said, Peggy, right? He'll be quiet the rest of the evening watching some violent Viking movie. Robin said, I don't think anyone has ever canceled a membership because they didn't like it, but financial or personal issues. You know what, Robin? Let me think. I feel like 99.9% of the time that someone's saying that they're canceling, they say, when they write into us about it, they will say that they hate to do it, but they have like maybe a financial issue, or maybe it's a time issue. We've heard that a couple of times. Sadly, a few people have said something like that they've developed arthritis and it's harder for them to do now, things like that. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone say I don't like it, although I guess, people that don't like it might not say that, to be fair. Because I'm sure there was someone out there, that was like, this just isn't for me. And that's okay. But I will say that it seems like the majority of people, at least those who are active in the Facebook group, really enjoy it, and they love trying the new patterns every month, trying out the new techniques, folding techniques and things like that. I may have seen also, I feel like I remember somebody writing in saying they just were struggling to do it. They just couldn't get the pattern down. Like it was a little bit hard for them. And that might have happened like once. We try to make it, we break down instructions like step by step, because they do look complicated when you're just looking at them finished. I mean, everyone says that. When you make them for other people, they say it. They're like, wow, that looks incredible. It looks so complicated. And you guys know they're not nearly as complicated as they seem like they are. And you guys too, another thing about like our instructions. When I first started doing instructions, I started writing like ebooks and just writing out as though I was talking. Like I would write out instructions as though I was saying to someone, okay, here's what you do next. Because for me, and maybe this is a lefty thing, going back to the left-handed conversation, I am not good at following along with like diagrams. I'm not good at like figuring out patterns and stuff. If you say, okay, do this, but do it 8 times, that doesn't work for me. I need to see it happen step by step. Like this is just how my brain works. So I started writing instructions in that way, which is why when I say, we sell patterns, it's almost more like, they're not really patterns. They're more like full step by step written out instructions. Does that make sense? Because if you just showed me a diagram of how these come together, I'd be like, no, I don't know how to do that. Like you expect me to figure that out? That's not going to happen. but you show me every step, you explain every step, you write out every step, then I'm like, okay, I can do that. And it's kind of been that way ever since. It's like a full ebook. It's a full book with the instructions. I think I've shown you guys a couple of times, just like scrolled through some of our ebooks a little bit. And maybe tomorrow I can do that again and kind of show you what the ebook looks like for the pattern. I know, Debbie, if you're still here, you were kind of on the fence a little bit. I can show you what like an ebook looks like and stuff, and answer any questions. Pretty, right? It's gonna look really pretty when I add some of those embellishments. Let's see. The last comment I read was yours, Robin. Way back, you got me off on a tangent. Tabby said, my husband actually had dinner ready when I got home so I could eat before peaceful painting started. My kids, on the other hand. Kat said, I love the angel kits, but I have to say that it's really rough on the OCDers to ignore the showing pins and raw edges, even though they will get covered with embellishments. OCD is cray cray. I know, Kat, I know. I feel your pain. It's hard for me too. After you make a few and you just get used to doing that and leaving out those, leaving those couple of pins showing, you can get over it a little bit easier, but I know it is definitely hard to do that in the beginning. Peggy said, Christina, with my hubby, it's sports, and half the time he falls asleep until I try to change the channel. And then all of a sudden he's like, wait, I'm awake. Nancy said, Peggy, mine is like that too. Rebecca said, I find making them very relaxing. I do too, Rebecca. I'm in total agreement with you. Nancy said, that's one of the best things that I love about your tutorials. I'll watch a video long before I'll look at the ebook. It is so split down the middle with, I've asked multiple times if people prefer the ebook or the video, and it's so split. Some people just do the ebook and some people just do the video. And then there's a group of people who will do like a combination of both. Like maybe watch the video first and then kind of see it happening, and then they can go back and understand the ebook even better. Kat said, me too. I learn better visually. Louise said, agree with Nancy. This band, it barely makes it. As a matter of fact, you know what I ought to do? I ought to move it back just a touch, and then that way I know whatever gap I have is going to get hidden by the bow. No, don't you do it. Don't you bark. I think there's a trash truck, of course, outside picking up the recycling. No. Okay, he's being vigilant, right, buddy? Don't bark. He hears it out there. He's like, and Ivy's got her nose out the blinds too. She's trying to stick her nose into the blinds. No, don't you do it. Nope. Ooh, I have some catching up to do. Deborah said, my mom would hold my left hand down and make me use my right hand, so I am right-handed. I did not do that with my daughter. She's a lefty, but she does some things with her right hand too. Right hand too. Wow, so you were successfully switched to a right-handed person. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Do you find it a struggle or anything? Like, does writing feel natural to you with your right hand, or do you have any struggles with it? No, guys, no. You're being so good. You're being so good. Kathy said, I love the challenge of new folds and new patterns, but they always come out great. And Stacey Ann makes it easy for me because I'm left-handed. I'm the same, Stacey Ann. I'm a visual learner also. Thank you for saying that, Kathy. Tammy said, I've been gifted kits from other places with patterns. I'm doing quotes because you put that. OG patterns are 1,000 times easier to follow than anything else out there. Tammy, thank you so much for saying that. Christy said, us lefties have to be creative. For me, it's math. I can't add 9 to anything. I have to make the other number a 10 and add the rest of the 9. So 8 plus 9 equals 10 plus 7. That's funny. Or I guess you could subtract 1 too, right? You could add 10 and then just subtract 1. Nancy V says, I also love that you're left-handed since a lot of time trying to learn something from someone right-handed is difficult. You know what's funny, you guys, too, is that Kennedy's a lefty. So somehow we have like a few lefties on our team. Becky said, with the VIP Christmas clubs, do you get access to the pattern? So, okay, with VIP, let me try. I don't want to make it sound too confusing. VIP is actually a version of the regular club, and right now the regular club is what is open, but not the VIP tier, just digital. So yes, with the VIP version of it, you do get the pattern because that's part of what this club is, and this is like this club that's open today, the VIP and digital tiers, is our original club, and it is all about a new pattern every month. The Christmas Club, you get a video tutorial which shows you how to put that particular kit together. It does not include the ebook and stuff. It doesn't include the ebook of that pattern because it's really not that club is more about like the specific kit, and it's a Christmas kit every month, and the reason I started it was to have a way to go back and revisit patterns that we maybe not had used in a long time. So, and also because people were asking for kits, like more people wanted kits. So that's what the point of that club was. You do get a video tutorial in the Christmas Club, and it is step by step. It shows you every step of putting together your kit. We also do put the pattern for our Christmas Club kit on sale that month for Christmas Clubs members. I think we put it for $7. So it's really inexpensive if you want to add that on and get the ebook. And that's totally your choice if you want to do that. I hope that answered the question. I know it can probably sound a little bit confusing because we have multiple clubs and multiple products. Becky said, can I still join the digital club? Yes, Becky. It's open until the 13th. If you guys give me 1 second, I'm going to grab a link to the club. I totally should have put that in the description, and I wasn't even thinking. I jumped on in a hurry today because I wanted to make sure that I would get a chance to see you guys today. And I wasn't thinking. Oh, I'm not logged into the website right now. Okay, guys, if you will bear with me, after we're done this live stream, I will go back into the description and I'll put a link to our digital club in the description. Okay, guys? And also, if you're on my email list, you will get a link by email as well. Christina said, Peggy, yep, he'll do that with sports, especially college football or NASCAR. Nancy said, my husband likes to watch the old Perry Mason series. I call it his Perry nap. I loved Perry Mason. That show was so entertaining. Barb said, Christy, make a 10 is usually an adding strategy that kids learn in math class now. Debbie said, Stacy, you write the instructions like you're in a conversation. When I teach someone, I'm detailed and talk and show as I go. It's a visual thing for me. Most things right-handed, but a few are left. Yeah, Debbie, that is exactly what I meant. Yep, that's how I understand things, and so that's how I ended up writing it. It seems like a lot of people do like it that way. Yes, it does make the ebooks a lot longer, which I guess can be considered a downside, especially for people who are printing them out. But as far as actually understanding how to put the ornaments together, a lot of people say that they do appreciate that style of explaining everything. Uh-oh, I think I might be. My groomer said she's going to be here in 5 minutes, you guys, so we did good. I finished the ball. We'll have to save the embellishments. Oh, she said that 2 minutes ago, so I have 3 minutes. Beth said, I do both. Start with the ebook, and then I go to the video if I'm confused. That's good. That's a good way to do it. Peggy said at the beginning I used the ebook, but once I did more of them, I used the video more. Tammy said, what a handsome boy. Thank you, Tammy. Christy said, Barb, nice to know. I've tried to figure out the new math, but it makes no sense. Thanks, you guys, about Vigo. He's my handsome boy. Judy said, I usually do just the video, but sometimes it might be a little more difficult to see exactly where to pin something, and then I go in the ebook and look at that spot. Oh, that's a good point. If you really want to drill into something. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. I'm probably going to have to hop off of here in like 1 minute. I'm trying to catch up as fast as I can with the comments. Debbie said, I taught my girlfriend who is left-handed to crochet. You put them in front of you, go step by step, and it's mirror image for them. That's a good point. Kat said, I mean, that is a really good point, Deb, because like, yeah, I tend to go backwards, and that's the reason, I'm sure. Kat said, I should be from the show me state, but I'm from the garden state, and the sad thing is I can kill a plastic plant. Tammy said the Christmas Club also has a supply list for the pattern. Oh, that's true, Tammy. Thank you for bringing that up. So that you can remake the ornament with your own fabrics. You just don't have the ebook. That's exactly right. You can follow that video. You're learning the pattern anyway in that tutorial. You've got the supply list. You can go back in and use that video over and over again and still make that pattern with your own materials. Thank you, Tammy, for that. Carol said, happy grooming. Catch you tomorrow. You guys, thanks for bearing with me today since I have to jump off early. And I was reading really, really fast. I hope I didn't accidentally skip anyone. But thank you so much for bearing with me. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're moving foam tomorrow, so I might be a little tired and I might be a little late. But I will be here. And barring an emergency, I should maybe put that caveat in. I will be here tomorrow, and I'm excited to see you guys. And I hope you have a great rest of your night. Happy ornamenting, guys.